Terry Francona comes out of retirement and is in as the Reds manager. I saw a little interview with him today. They said that the Reds front office kind of went to him, and Francona said that he just needed the year off to, concentrate on his health. He said he was kind of being cranky in the clubhouse and stuff, and he goes, when a manager's being cranky, you can't, like it was time for me to step away. So that's why he decided to take the year off. And then Reds came to him. He said they met with him for 5-6 hours, and he said it just felt right. And that's why he ultimately went back and is now the Reds manager. But, I mean, interesting.
Yeah, I'm about to be the biggest Reds fan outside of the city of Cincinnati because I absolutely freaking love Francona. Yeah. I absolutely effing love that guy. He's just a baseball guy through and through. Just baseball guy. Just from the minute he was born to the day that he dies, he's just an all-time baseball guy. I think his managerial, I think, speaks for itself, his career, his ability to win pretty much everywhere he's managed, his ability to get a great pulse on a locker room from early on and get a good pulse on the clubhouse and get those guys to kind of be the best versions that they can be. I mean, did it in Boston, did it in Cleveland. I have no doubt he's going to do it in Cincinnati. So that's awesome. I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy for him. And I'm happy for the Reds. They got a legitimate manager. Not that Bell did. I mean, I think Bell did a nice job. But we talked about the timing behind it was bizarre. Well, they kind of helped themselves out here by going out and getting a Terry Francona here. They kind of made that all look a lot better.
And quick. They moved quick. And Barstool Sports had the best headline today. An article I put up an hour or two ago. And the headline is Terry Francona's introductory press conference was a perfect reminder that baseball is so much better with Tito back in the dugout.
Amen.
Like he's just so well respected around the game. And like you said, Sean, such a baseball guy. He's great with young players, as you saw with Cleveland. And I think people forget too, he was in Cleveland a long time. Like it wasn't like that he was there for a few years and then decided to retire. He was there for a long time. And he needed a break, which
a lot longer than Boston.
Totally makes sense. And I think the Reds got their man. I think he's going to be great for them for the next few years. If anybody can develop that group of kids, it's Tito. And I agree. Baseball is just better with him around. Just is. Yeah. He's just such a great baseball guy.
So now the David Bell firing doesn't seem like poor timing. Like the Reds knew what they were doing. They're like,
well, sure.
Like,
well, they still did Bell dirty, but
they did. And Tito wasn't. And there's no like tampering or anything. Tito wasn't part of another organization. Like you could have let Bell finish out the year and still done this exactly the same way. Like it doesn't. It doesn't take the stink off the timing. It just makes you kind of forget about the timing a little bit because like, well, they got their guy.
Well, yeah. Well, and maybe that's what they wanted to do was get to Tito before. Maybe there was rumors going around saying Tito wants to come back, and the Reds just wanted to jump the gun there.
Maybe that could have been a move to Tito. That could have been a way of saying to Tito, "Hey, like we're serious about not bringing this guy back next year." Like that could have been a kind of a flag to Tito to be like, "Hey, look what we're doing over here. We fired this guy. We mean business." Maybe that type of thing.
And that's all I meant by that is like now the timing doesn't necessarily seem as fishy. Does it still suck for Bell? Yeah, for sure.
They still did him dirty, but
sure. But they at least sounds like they had a plan in place for this to happen. So that's cool. I'm glad to see it.
Just great move.
Yeah.
I've liked the Reds the last couple of years. I'm really gonna love the Reds now.
Yeah.
Same.
Man.